Hey guys, hope everyone's well. Back in the shed. So today I'm sort of still in between doing different things to Dan's tank, which you will see soon when I've got a few stages done on it. So in the meantime, while I'm doing that, I'm going to sort the number plate bracket and number plate light, and hopefully the mounting and strap for the battery. You can probably see I've got a few extra holes in here now, so that is to bolt that on. I've got a larger hole in here. This is where the wire is going to come through from the number plate light, and I've drilled this one bigger so it allows me to put a rubber grommet in this hole, so this will clear it. So to start with, I'm going to bolt that on, see how all that is, and then we'll continue with the straps for the battery and also a mounting plate for the Motor Gadget M unit, which I've got over there. I've carried on with this off camera because my daughter came to visit me, so I just plodded away while we chatted away. Anyway, I started by taking a very, very small amount off this plate, because when I come to take it off this morning, it was actually jammed in there. I'd got the lines so close. Obviously, it was warm while I was working on it, and obviously it's gone freezing cold. It had locked itself in there. That was interesting to get out. So now it's all good luck. So, to start with, I'm going to use M6. And I'll probably weld these in, so we've just got studs coming out the other side, because you're not going to see that. It's sort of shrouded by the sides of this, and obviously when the bike's on the floor, this thing's probably sort of around waist height, so you have to be lying on the floor to see the fixings. Anyway, let's get these on first. Fumbling around. Shall I do one at a time? Yes. Get that one back off the floor, eh? I'm good at dropping stuff, have you noticed? I'd like to thank everybody as well for all the comments on the last video, the little trip out. Really appreciate that. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, and people just want to see me chained up in the shed all the time making videos on building bikes, but it's nice to share that side of things as well. So yeah, the trips out do tend to get a few thumbs down, which is not a problem. That doesn't bother me, the thumbs down. At the end of the day, it's all interaction. YouTube recognises it as someone's just viewed the video, and that's it. So it all helps with the old weird and wonderful algorithms and builds it up. So thank you for the thumbs down. Right. Have I got that right? I think I have. That's better. I've done slightly larger holes, so I've got a bit of tolerance to move it about if need be. That's spot on. Yeah. I think we'll go with that. That'll be neat enough, I think. I've still got to tidy this bracket up a bit. It was only just sort of tacked together in places. That's it. See what I mean about the bigger hole in the bracket? It'll give clearance for a rubber grommet on the hole in the plate. Right. I think if we move that battery out the way and tack them in, that is one stage done. We're going to have a look at this weld. I don't know if I've mentioned, when you turn it right down, it stops working. So it might benefit from a clean up, I don't know. Hence why I've been sort of overlaying tacks. I can't get the welder turned down low enough to do a stream, and it's less chance of having major buckles doing it that way as well. Someone also mentioned the TIG welder. Yes, I have still got the TIG welder, and when I've caught up with all this, I will have a lot more time to sit down with it and get the hang of it. So yeah, the TIG weld is still here and it will come into play eventually. I'll tell you what, I want them straight. Ooh. Call me fussy. I want them all facing the same way. There we go. That'll do it. I can lower them with the grinder if I need to, but I don't think I will. They've well out of the way of everything I want to do in here. Like I say, you're not going to see that. Right, next then, I'll just tidy that up a bit and then we'll figure out what we're going to do with the battery clamp and the plate for the M unit. I may do like a little saddle that bolts onto. Them nuts are going to be hot, aren't they? Yes, they are. There we go, that's neat enough. Lovely job. Make sure that goes over, yep. Spot on. Right, battery. Think something really simple. It doesn't have to be, hold on. It doesn't have to be anything elaborate. Like I say, it's one of them lithium batteries. It weighs absolutely nothing. So I think it just needs a strap going over the top, and then I can add some real thin strips of rubber to stop it sort of cutting into the battery. But I will make sure it bolts up solid so it hasn't got no movement. And with this 3mm here, when it's up inside, that'll stop the battery trying to creep anywhere anyway. So the base of it will sort of be, do this without touching the terminals, the base of it will sort of be within that anyway. So that'll take care of that bit, stop that creeping around. You've just got to make sure it's clamped down nice and secure. So something very simple, I think. Post coming up with sort of an eyelet of some sort on, and then a strap that hinges off that point and then bolts downwards so that'll pull it tight. I think that'll work. But I still want it nice and neat, because I think it's nice to keep all the hidden stuff nice and neat as well, because when it comes to any sort of maintenance or repairs on the bike, it's nice that someone takes it to bits and everything's made well, instead of, I mean, we've all had it when we've bought bikes, I'm sure you have, where you come to try and solve a problem on a bike and you start taking stuff off and it is a complete mess of just a series of bodge jobs that you have to put right. So it's nice to have all the hidden stuff made nice as well. Anyway, Jonesy, stop rabbiting on, let's get on with it. Right, moving forward a bit, I had a couple of visitors turn up. I haven't had any for a while, so I've had a bit of time with them to have a catch up. So time's knocking on a bit. Hello, Blue. Blue's down here. You try and knock the camera over? No. Oh God, dog. Come on out. Right, time's knocking on a bit, so I'm going to carry on and see how far we get. So next, I'm going to cut the bracket for the M unit. I think a couple of people may have asked why I didn't cut some of this with the plasma cutter. Yeah, the plasma cutter is absolutely fantastic. It really is. But doing some cuts where you want them really, really neat, especially cutting this latch out, doing it with a plasma, it wouldn't have been so good. Although it cuts very, very neat, trying to get something like that where there's only one straight line and the rest have got curves in them, it would have been more trouble than what it's worth. So, you know, following the marker pen line with the grinder was just much easier route to take. But doing a straight line like this bracket, we'll do it with a plasma cutter. I mean, they are fantastic for certain things, like I say, but there is a little bit of cleaning up to do when you've cut through with them. And if you're doing freehand, the slightest of move, that's cutting that shape. So as you wobble with it, you're going to get a wobble in your line. It really is a nightmare sometimes. So hence why I've done that with the cutting wheel in the grinder. But straight lines is easy. Just get a straight edge and follow it with a plasma and it goes straight through. So let's do this with the plasma. And also, my new glove's gone missing. I think a certain dog has pinched it. So back with me glove with the hole in. Right, see if I can do this without burning my thumb with the hole in. Right. This is just an old rule that I've got. It's a bit beat up, so I'm just using this as a guide. There we go, straight through. Right, that's that dressed up. I've just popped 2 pilot holes in there. I didn't want to go to the size I want because the fold is quite close to the holes, and if I went through with the bigger drill, having the fold that close, it sort of would have dragged the hole out into the fold. So I'll go through when I've done folding it. That's about there. A little bit more. That's about right. Right, next one. That's about right. Right, we'll pop these holes in it now. Go all the way through. Right, that's folded. I've trimmed it off to the height that's going to be suitable. I've popped the holes through, welded 2 nuts on the back. So all that's just going to bolt up nice and easy. Like so. Now that will obviously get welded there. Now it is all going to be a bit of a tight squeeze, especially with the whatever brackets we decide on to clamp the battery down, but it's going to work, I hope. We've got that fixed on. Now we've got to work out that strap for the battery, so that all goes in there okay now. And I have tried the motor gadget unit on, there's enough height there for it all to fit. We just got to figure out the battery bit now. Right, moving on to the following day. Yesterday, I had a great day yesterday actually. I had a couple of friends visit. I've gone from seeing nobody here for weeks and weeks and weeks on end, then I had 2 friends turn up yesterday, which was great to have a catch up with them. And then I tried to catch up in the evening and I was just getting asked to do this, do that. So yeah, yesterday didn't quite go to plan, but I did get on with a few little bits which we'll catch up on now. It's sort of 2:15 in the morning, so I can't make too much noise just yet, but we'll get on with it. So I can't even remember where I got to filming, but anyway, we got that little saddle on for the M unit. I'm now sorting out the brackets for the battery. I've started with this. This will be the main part. Whatever I decide comes across the battery and bolts down. So you see that it's got a little nut welded underneath to bolt down. That will sort of saddle over that saddle. We'll weld that up, and then we'll work out what we're going to do at the back of the battery for whatever comes across the top and bolts to that. So as usual, we're making up as we go along, with fingers crossed that it'll all work. That's that sorted. I'll probably dress it in a tiny bit better than that. I just want to get a move on and get the full bracket done. So obviously battery go there. I thought I'd best drop some tape over that in case we have a bit of an arcing session, which we don't want. Right. Oh yes. That's it. That all drops in. Lovely. Right, next then, something up here. I
I'm not sure if I'm just going to put something there and bolt it, or hinge it from one side and just bolt the one side. Obviously with the strap that comes up there, I'll have to notch that out to allow for it. Yeah. Right, I'll have a think about that and we'll sort it out. Right, on with the next stage. I've been called out again to do a favour. I'm having a right few days. Anyway, I have started to fold, in between running round for everybody, the top part. So, oh, let's get you closer. So then, obviously we got all this in place. We've got a threaded hole there. Well, I'll say threaded hole, it's a nut welded on the back. And I've started folding this up. So this piece here sits in that recess of the battery. That'll help stop it moving around anywhere, although it shouldn't do, because let's get this, it's actually the base of the battery will be sat within this anyway, so it won't slide about. But that's just sort of belt and braces over the top sort of thing. Definitely won't move. So now I'm going to continue folding this bit here, then we've got to return this bit, and then obviously we'll have a bit of a gap there, so when it's bolted down it will clamp it tight. So yeah, I think I'm going to fold that a bit more and do the return fold on it. There we go. So as you can see, ooh, we've got a gap. Oh, try and hold it. Gap here, so when it's bolted it will clamp it tight. Right, got a drill hole in there, just trim that up a little bit and then figure out what we're going to do with this back bit. I'll try and keep it as simple as possible, he says. Right, hole drilled. May shorten that a little bit. Right, what we're going to do with this back bit. I might even do it as what is blue? Come here, mate. Come here. Come here. Hello. Hello, mate. Right. Do you want something blue? You've had all the treats. The bag is empty. Yeah, you've had them all, you greedy pig. They're all gone, mate. I've got to get you some more. I guess it doesn't necessarily have to be a hinge. It could be something that just hooks over. You've seen it on some battery trays where you'll have a bar across with a threaded part and the other end just hooks into something. I may even do something like that. I say it doesn't need to be elaborate at all. It's a little bit overkill now, to be honest, but it's all secure. Right, I've cut a bit more material and work that out. I've got a dog here. He's obviously starving to death. He's had his big breakfast. Ian brought in some treats yesterday and he's literally cleared them out. Haven't you? And there's no more. I've even put the empty bag down there so he can see, but he just doesn't believe me at the moment. He obviously thinks I'm hiding some somewhere else. You're going to have to move in a minute, mate, because I'll probably be cutting and welding. Come on. Come here. Not under there. Come up here. Come up here. Come on. No, come up here. Come on. No, okay. Right, let me cut some material and sort this out. To start with, I've popped 2 holes in this plate. Now we're going to cut the centre out of them and then do that bit on the battery strap to suit this. Bit of a tight squeeze, but we can just about get in. I think we're far off with that. Just a tiny bit more, I think. Just on this side. I think that'll do. Right, next bit, we just gotta notch them corners off, which we'll do with the grinder, I think. There we go. That fits. It fits. Right. There we go. Fold that slightly, and then it should actually lock in there when it's done up. So we'll put a bit of a fold in that. Then we've got to weld this onto the base and see if it works. Okay, that's that folded up. If you can see that. I'll probably just radius the edges on here very slightly. I'll just mark that out to trim the top off. So obviously when that goes over the battery, we'll hook it in like so. And that shouldn't go anywhere. And when it's undone, you can just take it off completely out of the way. Real simple solution, I think. That's everything sorted. I think I'm going to try it all together and I'm going to finish at a reasonable time today. I am shattered. So a good night's rest, ready for a good day's work tomorrow. Anyway, so that in there. That hooks up under there. Get the screw in. That is going nowhere. Right, let's try the M unit. There we go. That's it. Now, in the tail unit. Could have cleaned all that up first, couldn't I? Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Perfect. It all fits. Let's screw that up as well. Right, might as well put this on as well. Whew. That's annoying me, that is. Well, I'm just going to clean it a bit. There we go. All done. That battery is going nowhere. Sorted. Whew. Yeah, I think that's my day done. I'm glad I've done that. That's a good chunk done. So next on this, we will be sorting the frame rails out and stuff, so all this goes on nicely, and then can't even talk properly, figuring out the channel for all the wiring to pass under the seat, so it's all nice, hidden and safe. So there we are. I'm pleased with that. I'm glad that bit's done. Sorted. Anyway, I'm gonna call it a day. Cheers for watching, guys. Take care.